Hello everybody, I'm Jason Burnt from Macomb Township Government Access, and thank you so much for joining us for this varsity boys basketball game between the Creuse North Crusaders and the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. Now it's February 2nd. If you take a look at the standings as of today, there you can see Stevenson Dakota on top. They will be playing a game tonight as this game is going on. One of those two teams is going to end up taking the MAC Red more than likely. Chippewa Valley's still in the mix, but the two schools here tonight, Creuse North and Grosse Pointe South, you can see them in fourth and last place. Creuse North, this is an important game for them because they want to finish in that top four, which would guarantee them a spot in the upcoming MAC tournament where the top four teams in the MAC Red take on the top four teams in the MAC White. So this is an important game for them. As for Grosse Pointe South, you can see they come in with only one win overall on the season, 0-7 within MAC Red play. They're young and they're just looking to get better each day. And it's big for them because after this season, the MAC is going to realign potentially, and if they want to have any hopes of staying in this competitive MAC Red, they're going to have to win some ball games late. Creuse North is a team that's been beat up all year. They rely heavily on some of their senior leaders, Tyreek Harris, Chris Williams, and Jacob Stanson. So we hope to have an outstanding ball game here tonight. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments for the opening tip on Macomb Township Government Access.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back here at Macomb Township Government Access. Jason Burnt with you, getting set for this basketball game between Creuse North and Grosse Pointe South. Let's quickly take a look at our starting lineups. First for the visitors from GPS, head coach is Troy Glasser. First we have number 23, Arrington Bellew, number 20, Ryan Downey, and number 24, Theo Nifrios, number 34, Luke Adams, and number 25, Julian Harrell. For the home Crusaders, number 4, Brendan Oprinsky, number 11, Marzouk Shamsuddin, number 22, Jacob Stanson, number 1, Tyreek Harris, and number 2, Chris Williams. LCN, the home white uniforms we're accustomed to seeing. Grosse Pointe South in the road blue uniforms with yellow trim. I mentioned off the top of the broadcast, LCN has been led by really a trio of seniors this year. Tyreek Harris, Chris Williams, two players to watch, along with Jacob Stanson. They've got a nice contribution from Zook, we call him, or Marzouk Shamsuddin, who jumps it up and knocks it over to Grosse Pointe South. They'll start with the opening possession. Saw this Grosse Pointe South team against Dakota. Didn't fare too well in that ball game, struggled shooting from the outside and found themselves down big early, but right now they get an and one to start the game. Nice pass down low to Luke Adams, knocks it down. He'll go to the line. Grosse Pointe South looking for their first win in the MAC Red this year. They only have one win on the season overall. So at least on paper to start this one, LCN looking to avoid maybe an upset. First possession now for the Crusaders. Oprinsky into the starting lineup here tonight. Goes over to Williams, gets it back. Wants to go inside to Zook, who steps out now from beyond the arc. Pass across, knocked away, but Tyreek Harris came up with it. Cross-court pass, Williams in the corner. Oprinsky shouts himself for three, knocks it down. Just like that, we are tied. Oprinsky has given LCN some nice minutes this year. Knock away Tyreek Harris out of bounds. Grosse Pointe South has changed up their starting five since the last time we saw them. That shot off the mark, knocked out of bounds, went off South, so LCN will have it. I mentioned that Grosse Pointe South is a young team. A lot of underclassmen going to get some minutes. Be interesting to see if they stay in the MAC red. Nice dump off from Harris to Stanson. It just pops out. Tough luck miss right there. The other way, three-pointer from South off the mark. Oprinsky with the rebound. North now looking to push it. Chris Williams puts it on the deck, drops it off once again. Stanson, maybe some contact there. No call. Here comes Grosse Pointe South now. A little bit out of control. They lose it. Chris Williams comes up in transition off a South defender. On the floor, we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow favors North. This is the first meeting of two this year between these two schools. They'll play each other about a week apart. Tough drive inside Harris, but we're going to get an offensive foul. That bucket will not count. Tyreek Harris just lowered the shoulder that time, and the official called him for the charge. So it remains tied up at 3. 5.5 to go in the opening quarter. Entry pass inside, knocked away, ball loose. Grosse Pointe South able to keep it. Nifrios out top. Goes cross. Putting it on the floor that time is Julian Harrell. We got a foul against LCN. First foul against Jacob Stanson. So Julian Harrell at the line for 2. Knocks them both down, and Grosse Pointe South with the 2-point advantage. I mentioned this North team has been playing short-handed all year long, still without Makai Johnson and Blake Daniels, 2 guys they were hoping to have this year to rely heavy upon. Another 3-pointer that time by Oprinsky off the mark. Tyreek Harris tried to save it after knocking it away. Good effort, but it was out of bounds. Coach Seletsky before the game indicated that the 2 guys that have been hurt for quite a long time might be coming back within the next week or so. Just in time for that MAC tournament if they can qualify and perhaps the district round. LCN would love to finish in that top 4 within the MAC red. They would end up taking on perhaps Warren Motter, Romeo. Nice pass up ahead to Stanson, but couldn't get that one to finish either. And now we're going to get a foul on the floor. And it's going to go against Stanson. That's going to be his second. That might have been out of frustration. He's missed a couple easy bunnies thus far here in the opening quarter. Not accustomed to seeing those type of misses out of Stanson. 4:14 left to go in the first. 2-point lead here for Grosse Pointe South. Julian Harrell on the deck, being guarded by Zook. Goes out to Nifrios. Now they look inside. Harrell puts it on the floor, has to kick it out. 3-pointer on the way. That shot off the mark comes down. Tyreek Harris has it. Little shake and bake by Zook. Kicks it out, Harris. Putting it on the floor that time. We're going to get a travel on Jensen Davenport, who came in to replace Stanson. Got tied up briefly and took one extra step. Low scoring first quarter here, 5-3. Pass up ahead, nearly thrown out of bounds, but we get a bucket from Luke Adams. Or excuse me, Ryan Downey. Williams from the corner, three-pointer, knocks it down, and if you can answer with shots like that, could be a long night for Grosse Pointe South. Nearly a steal by North. Ball loose again. South comes away with it. Daryl Houston into the game now for them. He has it. Young freshman for South, looks good. And we're going to get a foul on the foot. Nope, we're going to get a travel call. Official slow to indicate the whistle, but North will have it, down by 1. Now we got number 5 into the lineup here for North. We don't have him on our roster, so we'll have to try to track down his name at halftime. Davenport inside. Nice job not to lift up his pivot foot. Zook made an adjustment, missed that shot though. Here comes South trying to push it up court. Adams lays it up, lays it in. 5 points for him in the opening quarter. Two minutes to go. L'Anse Creuse North's only offense has come on 2 shots. A couple made threes. Harris will fire another triple. This one off the back iron and out of bounds. GPS will take over. Jakari Hamilton checks into the ballgame for the first time for LCN, replacing Sam Shudin. Full court press now being applied by North. Houston up ahead, ball deflected by Williams out of bounds, but it'll remain with the Blue Devils. Ryan Downey stops at the foul line, kicks it. Outside jumper off the mark. Nice rebound by Hamilton. Up ahead, Williams, a little floating pass there as he caught it. Kicks it to Davenport, gets it right back. Good ball fake, got his defender in the air, drives inside, adjusts, just couldn't finish. Ball loose now. Here comes South now out into transition once again. It was Luke Adams, misses, another opportunity for Adams. That one bounces off. Third chance opportunity now with a minute to go in the first. Little floater falls for Ryan Downey. 4 points for him in the first quarter. 11-6. Blue Devils have the lead. Can't allow a team 2 or 3 opportunities. Tariq Harris gets a screen, dribbles around 2 defenders. Going to get a reach-in foul though. That bucket will not count. Number 32, Cooper Lund, into the game for Grosse Pointe South, and Brian Bendo checks in for North. Tariq Harris gets a rest. 39 seconds remaining to go in the first. Outside jumper, Williams knocks down another triple. Second three-pointer he's made, the 3rd overall here in the first quarter. Down by 2 now, L'Anse Creuse North, a knockaway, nearly a steal. Down to 20 seconds remaining. Three-pointer on the way, Houston, in and out. Rebounded by Brian Bendo. Some time, 7 seconds, Williams. Drops it off to Hamilton, lays it in. Full court shot here by Houston off the mark. And that's the way the opening quarter comes to a close. L'Anse Creuse North with that last bucket ties it up at 11. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments for the start of the second. Don't go away.
They told me a bottle couldn't dream. that I would never become a superhero. But I learned how to fly, just to come back in a new disguise and be the hero that I've always wanted to be.
Welcome back here at Macomb Township Government Access. Jason Burnt getting set for the second quarter here between L'Anse Creuse North, Grosse Pointe South, varsity boys basketball. LCN scored a last-second basket there at the end of the first quarter, tied it up at 11. That's where we are. South starts with the opening possession. GPS controlled most of that first quarter. It was the three-point ball that really saved LCN. Going to get a carry here. That bucket will not count. So a turnover for the Blue Devils. Chris Williams led the way for North in that first quarter with 6 points, 2 triples. Brendan Oprinsky knocked down the other one. Jakari Hamilton laid in that bucket at the end of the quarter. Nice drop off from Hamilton to Davenport. Misses but fouled. Riley Francis with the foul. Jensen Davenport knocks down the first, giving them some nice minutes here this season. When Blake Daniels went down at the beginning of the year, and with Makai Johnson out, they've really shortened their bench. LCN might be a dangerous team come playoff time. Get a couple of those players back. It'll make them a deeper team and more talented team for sure. Houston might have got away with a travel right there. Adjustment on that shot, a miss. Good box out though, another one. Unfortunate for Arrington Bellew, just couldn't finish, but he had good position down low. And now we got a foul on this end against South. 13 foul against the Blue Devils. Minute gone here in the second quarter. In the post, Davenport goes up strong, drew some contact. He's not afraid to go up amongst a double team. Team fouls now 4 apiece. So Davenport knocks both of them down. Grosse Pointe South. Drive inside. Defense collapses, allows the open three. Fortunate for North there. Dodged a bullet. Here they come now. Go back to Davenport. Baseline drive, kicks it out. Good ball movement around. It's not an available shot. Bendo drives inside, puts on the brakes. Hamilton goes up with it, fouled. Not a pretty possession right there by North, but got bailed out at the end of it with a foul. So Jakari Hamilton at the line now for 2. Shamsuddin checks back in, replacing Davenport. Hamilton knocks down a pair. They've done a nice job, North has, in this first half, knocking down free throws. They have a 6-point advantage. Grosse Pointe South looking for any kind of answer. Lund on this end was hammered. He'll go to the line. So this slow, methodical pace leading to a lot of free throws here in the first half. Lund misses the first. He's got one more. Couple minutes gone here in the second quarter. Five-point lead for North. A little pressure now being brought by Grosse Pointe South. Nice look underneath. Zook just couldn't catch it clean. Bendo gives it back to Zook. Drives inside. Back to Bendo for a three-pointer. Knocks it down. Good two-man game right there between Zook and Bendo. Now Bendo breaking up a pass on this end. Good hustle to get back. 5.5 to go in the half. An 8-point lead now for L'Anse Creuse North. Inbound pass comes all the way over midcourt. Ryan Downey now puts it on the deck. Drives, floats one, and hits. 6 points for Downey here in this game. Nearly half the points for Grosse Pointe South. They got to find some scoring from some other players. Zook, nice spin inside, just lost the handle. Now knocked away. Hamilton got a fingertip on it. North comes away. Out top, Bendo open for another three-pointer. Off the back iron. Grosse Pointe South with the rebound. Here they come. Grosse Pointe South looking for anything positive in the half-court set. Three-pointer from the corner, in and out, nearly fell. Grosse Pointe South just can't buy a bucket right now. Hamilton, back over to Bendo up top. Oprinsky assesses the situation, but he traveled, moved before putting it on the deck. Official standing right there, easy call. So now we got a wholesale changes for L'Anse Creuse North. Tyreek Harris, Chris Williams back in. Jensen Davenport to the bench, coming up with some big minutes. Helped LCN get this lead. Nice knock away, Oprinsky the other way. Goes up with it, adjusts, gets a foul call. Kind of made that adjustment, didn't think he was going to get a call. Lund for Grosse Pointe South was able to kind of sidestep him, but they did get him for the foul late. Oprinsky will go to the line now for two. Oprinsky knocks down the first and the second. Boy, LCN has made all of its free throws here in this first half. And we're going to get a foul and maybe a bailout that time, as Tyreek Harris thought that Julian Harrell just flat out slipped, but they got him for the foul. It would have been an easy bucket. Ryan Downey now being checked by Williams. Downey all the way, floats one up again, misses. Chris Williams with the rebound. Turns on the Jets. Out in transition, contact there, no call. Here we come the other way. Grosse Pointe South looking to push it. Underneath, we're going to get just simply out of bounds. There was some contact there as well. Colton Krolowski checks in for North. Number 20. 3:19 left to go in the half. Ball deflected. Chris Williams comes away with the steal. Drives hard inside, misses, but we got some contact. Foul called underneath. Some sarcastic cheers from the fans waiting for some foul calls. Thought there might have been some the last couple possessions. Williams misses the first free throw for North. Seven points for Chris Williams. We get a timeout. Grosse Pointe South. Only be a 30-second timeout. I mentioned off the top of our broadcast that LCN looking to finish in that top 4 in the MAC Red. That's where they sit right now in 4th place. Top 4 from the Red take on the top 4 from the MAC White in a postseason tournament. And if LCN wants to get some extra games, perhaps get some of their injured players back and get them some playing time, they'd love to make that tournament, maybe make a little run there before getting set for districts. They've got a couple games at the end of the year. Coach Seletsky was thrilled that he's got 2 non-conference games before district play begins, so a couple more games that the injured players get to work out all the kinks. And we're going to get a travel. Inbound pass came to Daryl Houston. Defense cut him off and he traveled, so LCN gets it back. L'Anse Creuse North coming into tonight's game, 2-4 in the MAC Red, looking for their 3rd win. They'll play this Grosse Pointe South team again, as well as another game against Chippewa Valley, which you'll be able to see right here on Macomb Township Government Access. Davenport kicks it out nicely. Oprinsky, ball fake. Defense, though, was right there. Ryan Downey did not hesitate on that ball fake. Williams now puts it on the deck, drives hard inside, and another foul. Good aggressive move to the basket that time by Chris Williams. 2:46 left to go in the half. LCN has just slowly built up this lead. Ten-point advantage now for the Crusaders. Williams knocks them both down. 9 points now in this first half for Chris Williams. Once again, some pressure being brought by North. Grosse Pointe South able to beat it. Now they'll get into this half-court set from the elbow. Nice entry pass that time. Some contact as Julian Harrell with a nice slash to the basket. Good look that time by Ryan Bushka. Caught that ball at the elbow and immediately found his teammate slashing towards the basket. This first half really, though, has been a foul shooting contest. Chris Williams now being looked at as maybe having a scratch. Maybe some blood seen on a jersey. Somebody might have something. Chris Williams is going to be attended to. And now they're trying to discover who it is. Now looking at Julian Harrell, number 25 for South. They're going to have to sub him out. Theo Nifrios checks in for him. The trainer's going to attend to him, so maybe two players because Chris Williams is back getting tended to. So now Theo Nefrios comes off the bench and knocks down the first free throw. Second one in and out. 10-point lead here for North as we approach 2 minutes to play in the half. Entry pass off the mark that time. Davenport just couldn't control it. Grosse Pointe South needs to cut into this deficit if they're going to have a hope in the second half. They don't want to fall down by too much. That extra pass right there, one too many perhaps. Davenport with a nice swat. Zook puts it on the deck, spins, nice job there and lays it in. Good body control right there from Sam Shadin, his first bucket of the game. Nice look underneath, just couldn't catch it cleanly that time, and that threw things off as Luke Adams misses inside. If he'd have caught that cleanly, he'd have had an easy bucket. Orlowski dribbles in, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. Opritzky in and out. Nice rebound that time by Bushka. Now he'll bring it up. A little hesitation. Under a minute to go now in the half. Downey kicks it out. Bushka puts it on the floor. Took one too many steps, though. Good idea, but just traveled. Trying to create some space. Brian Bendo checks in for the final 44 seconds for L'Anse Creuse North. Ryan Downey comes up to apply some pressure here in the press. LCN able to beat it. And now we're going to get a timeout, a full timeout from LCN. 25 seconds remaining. Now this MAC Red this year has been competitive. Up at the top, Stevenson and Dakota, as this game is going on, are playing each other. And Stevenson at 7-1, Dakota 6-1. That game is going to go a long way in deciding who wins the MAC Red this year. A league that's been dominated by the Cougars. Stevenson has played the one extra game. Chippewa Valley 5-2 within the league. There's still an outside chance that they can catch those teams, but they've already played Dakota twice, split with them. We'll see that Big Reds team one more time as they play L'Anse Creuse North in the upcoming weeks. Out of the timeout here, 25 seconds remaining. North has the ball. Chris Williams back into the game after being tended to by the medical staff. Chris Williams has it. 5 seconds. He'll fire a three off the back iron. Zook comes down with the rebounds. They got to get another shot up. Williams for three. Knocks it down. Well, they had to get it up quickly, and Williams made them pay in the second chance opportunity. So just like that, L'Anse Creuse North takes a 30-15 lead into halftime. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments for the start of the second half. Don't go away.
Hi, I'm Jordan Peele. I'm usually trying way too hard to be funny. Well, right now I'm going to be completely serious with you. Online bullying is a toxic side effect of modern technology. No one's immune to it. Not you, not me, nobody. But there's a way we can fix it. This emoji in the symbol section of your phone's emoji keyboard. Use it when you see bullying online to say, I see what you're doing, not cool, definitely not funny. And I know what funny is. I coined the phrase wordness to the turdness. So join me and become a witness. When you see bullying online, use this emoji to do something. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org.
Close your eyes. Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Now open your eyes. Every kid deserves that world. But 1 in 6 kids in America struggle with hunger. We can change that. School breakfast for every kid in need. Meals available during the summer and after school in every neighborhood. Families learning to cook healthy food. At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, we lift up communities, and we are ending childhood hunger in America. No child deserves to grow up hungry, and with your help, they won't.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Welcome back here on Macomb Township Government Access. Jason Burnt with you, getting set for the start of the third quarter here between L'Anse Creuse North and Grosse Pointe South. Varsity boys basketball. LCN with the 30-15 lead as we start the third quarter. And really, that second quarter was dominated by the Crusaders, outscoring the Blue Devils 19-4, giving them the 15-point advantage, and they start this quarter with the ball. Chris Williams had a nice first half with 12 points. That one knocked out of bounds. LCN will still have it. Williams fires for 3 off the back iron. Missed there, but Williams comes away with a steal and just couldn't finish. Grosse Pointe South a little lazy there, and the outlet pass. Three-pointer on this end. Off the mark, Chris Williams comes away with it. Tyreek Harris gets a screen, puts it on the floor. Stops, pops, misses that shot. Zook taps it. And actually, fortunate for him, went right to Stanson, but had it knocked away, and here comes South now. Julian Harrell inside, couldn't finish. Back and forth we go. Inside Zook, kicks it out. Harris, three-pointer on the way, bounces around and falls. Mistake on defense that time as they left Harris wide open for 3. Nice drop off inside ahead of the press. Arrington Bellew gets his first bucket of the ball game. 33-17 our score. Tyreek Harris now will shut out the play in the half-court set. Zook goes across to Williams, sets himself, fires for 3 off the mark. Rebounded by South. They wanted to push it, but defense got back in time. Underneath. Nice look, but a little too far was Bellew. Three-pointer on the way now. Knocked down. Theo Nifrios hits the triple. 13-point lead here for North, and now a pass that goes out of bounds. That's what North is going to need to avoid is the unforced errors. They bring that full court press once again. Harris nearly came away with a swipe. Baseline drive, a little finger roll falls for Ryan Downey. So when South has been able to beat the press, they've gotten a couple easy buckets. They've cut into this deficit a little bit. They find themselves down by 11. Harris cut off close to that midcourt stripe. Zook trying to keep his dribble alive. He does. In the corner, Harris. Underneath, Stanson. We're going to get him for a travel. Wholesale changes now. All 5 will come off the court here for L'Anse Creuse North. Keep you updated on everybody. Number 5 is Jordan Brossat. JV player that has come up here to the varsity. Help provide some depth at the point guard position. Nearly lost that time by South. Able to maintain three-pointer once again by Nifrios. He misses. Colton Kralowski with that rebound. Well, this reserve unit gave them a spark in that second quarter. Really the end of the first quarter, and pushed that lead ahead for L'Anse Creuse North. Jensen Davenport. Hamilton had some space there. Good ball movement right now. Davenport gets it back down the post. Goes up, blocked, but a foul. Grosse Pointe South fans did not like it. Arrington Bellew whistled for the foul. Got mostly ball, but a little bit of the arm. 4:26 left to go in the third quarter. An 11-point lead here for North as they look to extend it with free throws. First one falls short. Coach Seletsky talking to his guys, the starting 5, and wants to make sure they're all on the same page. Came out just a little bit flat to start this third quarter. 5 points for Jensen Davenport. Lead back up to 12. Nifrios catches, goes across, saved nicely by Grosse Pointe South that time as Harrell. Acrobatic play to keep it alive. Now over the top pass right there to Luke Adams. Going to get a foul though against North. First team foul for North. Goes against Jensen Davenport. So Luke Adams at the line for 2. Six points tonight for Adams. An 11-point lead for North. Davenport drops it off rather to Hamilton. He was knocked down, so he'll go to the line. That first half was riddled with fouls, and both teams went to the line quite a bit. And LCN did a nice job that time beating the pressure. And now Jakari Hamilton misses the first free throw. He's got one more. Playing some minutes in the absence not only of Blake Daniels, who's been out most of the year, but tonight Jacob Stanson has been quiet. A couple of tough luck misses in that first quarter, and then some foul trouble has kept him on the bench. Up ahead, South. Nice little adjustment. Put back try falls for Arrington Bellew. On this end, we got a foul against South. So Brian Bendo will go to the line. L'Anse Creuse North would love to keep this in double digits to allow their starters to come back and give themselves maybe a burst here at the end of the third quarter into the fourth. Coach Seletsky's been playing shorthanded with his team all year long. A lot of injuries, and they fought through it. Unable to win the MAC Red this year. A couple teams up top, Stevenson and Dakota, having outstanding seasons. But LCN might be one of those scary teams as the postseason looms. A miss. Hamilton, nice save. Jordan Grosse. And now he'll bring it up, approaching 3 minutes to play in the third. Bendo had that one taken away momentarily, tied up rather, and jump ball gives it to Grosse Pointe South. There's a quick whistle on that jump ball as defender got his hand on it just for a moment, and that was enough. Three-pointer on the way, knocked down by Daryl Houston. We saw him knock down a few triples against Dakota. He's got that range. And now we got to travel, so L'Anse Creuse North. Couple straight turnovers. Grosse Pointe South coming back here in this third quarter. 13-5 run here in the third. Ryan Downey puts it on the floor. Some contact there. Gonna get a foul against Brendan Oprinsky. Second foul against him. Second team foul against North. Quick inbound pass comes in. Nefrios, he was fouled. So he'll go to the line. Grosse Pointe South definitely picking up their game here in the second half. Miss at the line though on the first. Five points tonight for Theo Nefrios. Hamilton goes across. Karlowski out top to Brossat. Ball knocked away. Brossat gets it back. A lot of players here not used to getting heavy minutes, but tonight they are. Karlowski tried to dump it off. Gets it back. They kick it out. Oprinsky. Now they'll just set things up. So L'Anse Creuse North a little out of control, but they maintain the possession. And now a reach-in foul helps them out. Daryl Houston is whistled. If anything, LCN was able to kill some clock there. Minute 31 left to go here in the third. Brossat out top, controlling things. Looking for something to develop. Good man-to-man defense being played right now here by South. Hamilton kicks it to Karlowski. Puts on the brakes from the elbow, fires, misses. Ball tapped out of bounds. Went off Davenport, so Grosse Pointe South will have it with a minute left to go. LCN had the run in the second quarter, and thus far the third has belonged to the Blue Devils. They can cut into that deficit even more. Hamilton comes out with the block, and now a late whistle. Ryan Downey had that shot blocked from the elbow and thought there might be some contact there. The whistle was very late. So Downey now at the line. .9 points tonight for Ryan Downey, looking for number 10. Just like that, it's a 5-point ball game. LCN has led by as many as 15. Hamilton from the foul line gives it back to Kralowski, puts it on the deck, drives hard inside, misses. South comes away. Houston up ahead, kicks it out. Downey puts on the brakes, three-pointer on the way. Luke Adams knocks it down. And we have a 2-point ball game. 10 seconds remaining. LCN will just hold on for one final shot. It's 5 seconds left, gotta move. Brissett gets a screen, fires for three, off the mark. And that's the way the third quarter will come to a close. The Blue Devils on fire. Cut back into that deficit. They find themselves down by 2, 36-34. Stay with us. We'll be back in a few moments for the fourth quarter. Don't go away. Welcome back here on Macomb Township Government Access. Jason Burnt with you. Started the fourth quarter between LCN and GPS boys basketball. And boy, the second quarter, LCN outscored the Blue Devils 19-4, but in that third quarter, it was Grosse Pointe South outscoring the Crusaders 19-6. And now we have a 2-point ball game and should be in for an exciting fourth. Entry pass in to Zook. Three-pointer Harris. That shot off the mark, a battle for the rebound. Zook comes down with it. Second chance opportunity, up and down. Good way to answer here to start the fourth quarter. And now Grosse Pointe South unable to handle the pressure. They throw it away. You can sense some emotion coming out of the huddle to start this fourth quarter as the coaches really laid into the team. Had a nice, comfortable 15-point lead, and all of a sudden that vanished. Chris Williams out top. Goes across. Harris sets himself for three. Can't get that shot to fall tonight. Grosse Pointe South with the rebound. Now they'll push it ahead. Good adjustment that time. But Julian Harrell, 4 points for him. Back to a 2-point ball game. Tyreek Harris up ahead to Oprinsky, cross court Williams. Inside Stanson, puts it on the floor. Lost control momentarily, up and under, and his first bucket of the ball game could be a big one. 4-point lead once again from L'Anse Creuse North, and now we're gonna get a timeout from Grosse Pointe South, looking for their first win in MAC Red play this year. They come in 0-7, only one win on the year, as I mentioned, 1-12 overall, but LCN trying to prevent the upset here tonight and trying to lock in potentially that fourth spot in the MAC tournament upcoming in a couple weeks. LCN, if they could get a couple of their players back, Blake Daniels and potentially Makai Johnson, who's been out for several weeks. Those two players come back, they could be a dangerous, deep basketball team. But right now they got their hands full with the Blue Devils from Grosse Pointe South. Full court press now from L'Anse Creuse North, and Houston just flat out lost it, trying to find something, and we're gonna get a timeout from the bench. Bailout timeout that time as Houston ran into a defender. There was no call, and then the bench had to call for a timeout. Otherwise, there would have been more than likely a turnover. This one's a full TO, so Well, we've seen several games here from L'Anse Creuse North this season. You can go back and watch any of those basketball games as well as this one if you've missed any part of it. Just go to the Macomb Township website, www.macomb-mi.gov, and on there you can go to our broadcast media section and find the link that will take you over to our YouTube channel. You can also go directly to YouTube and search for Macomb Township Government Access and subscribe, become a member, and anytime a game or any other event gets uploaded, you'll be notified, and you can check out a lot of basketball games from boys and girls, as well as all of our township board meetings and parks and recreation events and anything that is broadcast on Macomb Township Government Access. Coming up on 6.5 to go in the game. High pass over top of Zook. Three-pointer on the way, knocked down by Julian Harrell. That's a big bucket for them. It's a one-point basketball game. Oprinsky trying to answer. That one comes up short. Knocked away out of bounds. It'll be South basketball. Boy, Julian Harrell with a couple big buckets for South here in the fourth quarter. He's got 7 points. None bigger than that three-pointer knocked down moments ago. Grosse Pointe South can take their first lead now of the ball game. But it's dribbled out of bounds. LCN gets it back. 6:12 to go. Up ahead, Oprinsky. Defense does get back. Looking in the post now. Stanson underneath. Off glass. Can't get that one to go. He's missed a couple from underneath. LCN perhaps wanted a foul in that situation. And now we got a foul on this end against LCN. With a second foul against Shamsuddin. Non-shooting foul. Now on the half-court set, good entry pass, blocked from behind. Shamsuddin was beaten right away, and then now a travel as three Crusaders got tied up in the same spot. And having to make that adjustment, there was a travel call. So, and now we got a technical foul against Chris Williams. Not a wise decision at this point of the game. Official over there to let Coach Seletsky know what was said. So it'll be 2 shots in the ball for Grosse Pointe South. They can take the lead now. First foul shot off the mark. Harrell knocks down the second. So GPS will have the possession now with 5:32 left to go in the ball game, and we are deadlocked at 40. Who's going to step up in this one? Hard drive inside and a nice land from Ryan Downey. 12 points for him. Breaks the tie. Bendo can't get that one to fall. Ball comes down to the smallest player on the court, Houston. 2-point lead for South, and now they have it. Williams out to defend him, and now we're going to get another foul. That's going to be the 8th team foul now against LCN, so Grosse Pointe South, 1-on-1 opportunity the rest of the way. Now we're going to get another timeout. Full timeout for L'Anse Creuse North. They can kind of sense things perhaps slipping away. They had a 15-point lead in this ball game. Now they find themselves down by 2. Grosse Pointe South definitely with more motivation in this one, looking for their first win in MAC Red play. I mentioned off the top of the broadcast, and some of these games are important for them because the MAC often looks at realigning every 2 years, and following this season, this is the year they would look to realign. So there's a possibility that Grosse Pointe South could go down and play out of the white, and that you could see a team like Romeo or Warren Mott jump up to the red next season. If Grosse Pointe South wants to remain in the Macomb Area Conference's top league, they're going to have to show that they can win a few ball games, and right now they have the 2-point lead over L'Anse Creuse North. .454 left to go. Ryan Downey at the line for the Blue Devils. Knocks down the first, giving him a second. Can't hit on the second one. It comes down to Brian Bendo. L'Anse Creuse North now has to turn it on here, down by 3. Needs some offense from somewhere. Zook goes across to Chris Williams. Chris Williams has led him in scoring most games this season. In the post, Zook puts it on the floor. Goes up strong, nice little hook shot, misses, couldn't get that one to fall. Bendo in there scrappy, trying to come away with it, couldn't. So South now has it and a chance to extend their lead. Tyreek Harris knocks it away, now comes away with a steal. Harris goes up, lays it in. Didn't hesitate, and that was a wise decision. Had Chris Williams right there with him. That pressure being applied by those guards. Houston trapped on that side. We're going to get a timeout from the bench. The defense was there from North, and Grosse Pointe South could sense it. Going to get another full timeout. 1-point lead for the Blue Devils. Well, we'll get a chance to see this L'Anse Creuse North team one more time when Chippewa Valley comes here. We'll have to see if they have any modified lineups moving forward, like I mentioned, with some of their players perhaps coming back. And Blake Daniels, who was in a walking boot for most of the season, is standing up right now by the bench. He doesn't have anything on right now, so that's good to see that he doesn't have the boot. That was a big loss for them. 6'5" post player. One of their most athletic players. Lost for almost the entire season, and you wonder how things would have gone differently for L'Anse Creuse North if Makai Johnson didn't get hurt as well, went through concussion protocol, and he's still out. Those two guys would have made a big difference perhaps in a lot of games for L'Anse Creuse North. Right now in a battle with the Blue Devils from Grosse Pointe South. Knocked away Harris. Trying to come up with it. It'll remain with GPS. Substitution now here for South as Theo Nifrios back in. Ryan Downey has played a nice ball game here for the Blue Devils tonight. Luke Adams goes out top. Starting 5 out there now. Nice look underneath. Davenport, great defense with the block. Oh, a good offensive set that time was trumped by a good defensive effort by Jansen Davenport. Now he's got it in the post. Kicks it out to Williams. That ball deflected. Davenport in the post. Perhaps took one too many steps. Not called, but there was a foul. I think he might have gotten away with one right there, but Crusaders will take it. Davenport will go to the line, looking to tie, maybe take the lead now for North. 3:06 remaining in the ball game. First foul shot off the mark. Best they can do now here is tie it up. Second one falls short as well. Grosse Pointe South still has the 1-point lead, and now we get a foul from Chris Williams. Little too aggressive trying to go after that basketball. That's going to be his third foul. Not at risk of exiting this ball game, as now Tyreek Harris and Chris Williams back talking to the coaches. Those are the two senior leaders. Ryan Downey knocks down the first free throw on a 1-on-1. 2-point lead now for South. Second one off the back iron. Zook with the rebound. LCN now looking to tie or take the lead with a basket. Williams goes inside, some contact there. That bucket will not count. He dropped it off, but they're going to say it is a shooting foul. Grosse Pointe South was indicating that Chris Williams did drop that pass off, but they're going to give him the shooting foul. And that foul shot in and out, so now all of a sudden L'Anse Creuse North was on fire from the line in the first half. Can't hit their free throws. 2:47 left to go in the game. These are important freebies. "13 points tonight for Chris Williams. The pressure once again. Harris and Williams up defending. South able to beat the press. Now Ryan Downey brings it back up top. Grosse Pointe South in their half-court set now. Man-to-man defense being played here by North. Downey gets a screen, goes across to Adams. Now they go into the post. Good position that time. Second opportunity, and one for Arrington Bellew. Came up short the first time, came right back down to him, and then he was fouled as he laid it in. 3-point lead now, looking to extend that. Foul shot miss right there. Zook was knocked down. We're going to get a foul. Theo Nifrios pushed him down. And that's the 7th team foul, so should be a one-on-one opportunity. So now Shamsuddin at the line, 1-on-1. These are important free throws to try to cut into this deficit and keep it close. Didn't think we'd be talking like that in the second quarter when L'Anse Creuse North had a 15-point lead. Free throw missed, though, that time. It remains a 3-point lead now for South. This second half has belonged to Grosse Pointe South. They have the lead. LCN led by 15 points at halftime. Inside Bellevue, misses that one, blocked. Davenport had a hand on it. Out of bounds, it went off L'Anse Creuse North. Boy, Bellevue had a good look at that one. That would have been a big bucket for South. They get another crack at it here with 1:42. Three-pointer on the way. Boy, that would have been a dagger. Chris Williams comes down with the rebound. Turns on the Jets, drives hard inside. That one blocked by Adams. Big defensive play right there. Zook going for the steal, called for the foul. 1:20 left. Double bonus time now here for South. 10 team fouls for L'Anse Creuse North. So 2 shots at the line here for Theo Nifrios. Four-point ball game. So it's a 2-possession game now for South, and as he hits both of them. LCN needs a bucket. Keep it here within a single possession as we approach 1 minute to play in the ball game, but we're going to get a timeout first. And we're going to get a full timeout now. Well, quite the turn of events in this ball game. I mentioned L'Anse Creuse North had a 15-point lead at halftime. That third quarter, Grosse Pointe South came out, outscored the Crusaders 19-6. Got back into the ball game, and thus far in the fourth quarter, they've outscored them and to take this lead. They've outscored them 14-7 here in the fourth. So now down by 5 points, LCN will need a bucket, and then they'll need a stop. I'm sure they'll bring a full court press and look for a steal first. Grosse Pointe South is in the double bonus though, so if Crusaders foul in that situation, Blue Devils will get 2 free throws the rest of the way, no matter what happens. Grosse Pointe South in this situation, as I mentioned, looking for their first win in MAC Red play this season. They come in 0-7. Now the official had some words for a couple of the Crusader players, Chris Williams, Tyreek Harris, warning them not to be too mouthy the rest of the way. We've already got 1 technical foul called in this game. Harris goes out top. 1 minute to play. Chris Williams has it in his hands. Puts it on the floor. Cut off. Harris drives inside, adjusts. Can't hit the shot, but he was fouled. .52 seconds remaining. Big free throws, to say the least, here for Tyreek Harris. Couple makes, he can cut this to a single possession ball game. Six points tonight for Harris. Knocks them both down, so it is a 1-possession game, 48-45. Grosse Pointe South able to beat the press. And now they will set things up. Chris Williams out to foul. So they will put Brian Downey on the line for 2 shots. 39.7 seconds remaining. First foul shot. Flirts with bouncing off, but finally falls. 15 points tonight for Ryan Downey. He's played one heck of a game for South. Knocks them both down calmly. Back to a 5-point lead. Harris. Now we're going to get a timeout as Seletsky comes all the way to the baseline to call it. 34 seconds remaining. Same situation we were in moments ago. LCN's going to come out of this timeout looking to get a quick bucket and then look to get a steal. If they can't get a steal, they'll look to foul. L'Anse Creuse North will have another game upcoming against this Grosse Pointe South team. It'll be at their place. Another game against Chippewa Valley. And I mentioned a couple times throughout this game, L'Anse Creuse North would just love to finish in that top 4. They're more than likely not going to catch Chippewa Valley, who sits at 5-2 going into play tonight. So those 3 top teams will finish ahead, but you finish 4th, you're going to be in that MAC tournament. And we're going to get a reach-in foul on the inbound pass. So Zook will go to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. Only 8th team foul for Grosse Pointe South, so 32 seconds remaining. Free throws now coming for Zook. Can't hit. Brian Bendo got that rebound deflected out of bounds. It'll be L'Anse Creuse North basketball, so big offensive rebound right there by Brian Bendo to keep it alive. 29 seconds remaining. Bendo now gets it in the corner, goes into the post. Zook goes up strong with it, can't hit. Rebound by Nifrios, knocked away. Harris. Brendan Oprinsky sets himself for 3, can't hit it. Rebounded by Harrell. He's fouled. 12 seconds remaining, and Grosse Pointe South can smell it. A 5-point lead, and they're going to have free throws coming. L'Anse Creuse North just couldn't find anything offensively in the second half, and credit the Blue Devils. They played an outstanding ball game from about midway through that second quarter on. Julian Harrell knocks down the first. 9 points for him. He's looking for number 10. Still a 2-possession ball game, so this is huge. It would push it to 3, and it does. LCN in real trouble now, down to 10 seconds. Got to hit a quick shot. Harris for a deep triple. That one misses. Nifrios with the board. They'll just hold it. LCN will not foul, and that's your ball game. Grosse Pointe South on the road stuns L'Anse Creuse North 52-45. A big win for them. They improved to 1-7 in the MAC Red. L'Anse Creuse North falls to 2-5, but LCN still controls their destiny with Eisenhower and South behind them. They can still find a way to finish in that 4th spot, and they got a lot of games upcoming. Good ball game here tonight. Once again, final score, Grosse Pointe South wins it 52-45. For the rest of our crew here at Macomb Township Government Access, I'm Jason Burnt, saying thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. So long.